Hey guys, we're going to work through this together. This, if you remember, is the X-linked traits worksheet that I gave you, and I think that it's been the section that most people struggle with the most. So X-linked or sex-linked just means that of your 46 chromosomes, 2 of those are going to determine gender. And so XX if you're a girl and XY if you're a boy, and it's actually the same scenario for fruit flies, which is really cool, and it makes it kind of convenient for this. Human traits that pass on that X chromosome are going to be color blindness, hemophilia, male pattern baldness, and muscular dystrophy. So kind of interesting, and when you think about it, who's most likely to be affected by this? It's usually males, and that's because males only have one X chromosome. Females have 2, so females have twice the opportunity to not get whatever it is. Whereas for males, if the mom's a carrier, it's really just a 50-50 chance. So we're going to look at this here. It says, in fruit flies, eye color is a sex-linked trait, red being dominant to white. So if I've got right here this scenario of an X with a dominant R and an X with a recessive R, if that red is there and it's dominant, that means that it's a red eye. But also because it's XX, it's a female. And then here, both of the X's carry that dominant trait. This is still a red-eyed female. Both of these right here are XY, so I know that both of these are male. This one has a capital R, this one has a lowercase r. That capital R represents the dominant red eye color, and this lowercase r represents the recessive. So that tells me that this is a red-eyed male. And this is a white-eyed male. So here we have the genotypes, and we turn that into phenotypes. In this section, we've got the phenotypes, and we're turning them into genotypes. So we're saying right here we've got a white-eyed male. And what's that going to look like? Well, if he's got a white eye, that means on his X he must have the recessive trait. And this is a white-eyed female. The only way to have a white-eyed female is for both of her X's to have that recessive trait on it. And I've got a red-eyed female that's heterozygous. That's the same as saying that she's a red-eyed female that's a carrier. So I'm going to say she's got an X with a capital R. That represents the dominant trait. And then she's a carrier for that white-eyed gene. And then I've got a red-eyed male, which means that his one and only X has a dominant trait. And here we're going to put that into a Punnett square. So we've got a cross between a white-eyed male, a white-eyed female and a red-eyed male. So that's going to look like this. Got that dominant R there, that recessive R for both of these. Oops. So here, it's kind of an interesting scenario. If I've got a dominant R from the dad, he can only give that dominant R to his females. So 100% of the females will be red-eyed. And the mom was a affected individual. She had that white-eyed trait. So because she's giving the X to her boys, that means 100% of the boys have white eyes. Kind of interesting when you think about if this was color blindness and I had an affected female with color blindness, a human female, there would be 0 chance that her boys would not have color blindness. All right. So we look here, show a cross between a pure red-eyed female, and saying that they're pure is the same as saying that it's homozygous. So if I've got a pure red-eyed female, it's going to look like this. Homozygous for that red-eyed trait. And then I have a white-eyed male, so it's going to be a lowercase. And if I go ahead, take that information I just wrote down, and put it into a Punnett square, what are we going to end up with? So basically I'm saying that this male is affected. Same idea is with color blindness. If I have an affected male, what's that going to look like? Well, it means that both of his girls are now going to be carriers of that trait. But none of the males. They're all going to have the red eyes. So actually, all of the offspring here are red eyes. So you could say that 100% of the males have red eyes and 100% of the females have red eyes, even though they're carriers. All right, this one's kind of a fun one. Show the cross of a red-eyed female that's heterozygous. So that means that hetero means different. So one of her alleles is going to have a dominant and one of her alleles is going to have a recessive trait. And then a red-eyed male. So that means his only X has that dominant trait. What are the genotypes of the parents? Here they are. If I take that and I put it into a Punnett square, what's that going to look like? Well, I've got a purebred female with bright red eyes, right? And I've also got a red-eyed female here, but she's a carrier for the trait of white eyes. Here I've got a male that's got red eyes, and then this male has white eyes. So white eyes, red, and then all the girls are red. So how many of the males are white? Let's just say 25%. Sorry, 50%. If we're breaking it into males and females, 50% of the males will have red eyes, 50% of the males will have red eyes, and then how many of the females? 100% of the females will have the red eyes. Okay, so if we take this, using this above cross, if I just tell you that I have 100 males in a crossing and 200 females, how many will I have with total red eyes? Well, if I've got 200 females, we decided that it was a 100% chance that all the females will have red eyes. So that means I've got 200 with red eyes, right? These are my girls. And here, I've got 100 males, but how many of them are going to have white eyes? Well, we decided it was a 50-50 chance. So let's say that only 50 of my males, and that gives you a total of 250 total red-eyed offspring. Okay, go ahead and finish the last page yourself, and let me know if you have any questions.